Hello, this tutorial training is on how to email and sign documents within Ctme contracts. You'll go to their home page, their login page at ctmecontracts.com with your login credentials and press login. You'll now be on the main page. You'll know you're on the main page for two reasons. The word main does not hyperlink, and you will see all the properties that are being worked on and have offers on right here. Within each of these properties are all its documents: contract, lead paint disclosure, seller authorization, buyer and seller addendum, and so on. You will find the property that you want to email documents and have signed that you're currently working, and click on it. You'll know that you're in the correct document because this says display documents for this property address. Okay. In order to sign a document in Ctme, you first need to email it. So what you will do is you'll click this hyperlink once you're in the property address to email contracts. This is the dialog box for sending an email. There are two ways to enter the email address. You can enter it manually right here, or you can check the box for any email addresses that are pre-populated. These email addresses would be pulled from the contracts and forms that you've entered. So if you've already entered the seller and buyer and title company's email address in the contract or closing instructions or lead paint disclosure, it would automatically populate here, and you would just simply click that box. Once you have the two addresses done, you have to come to the subject line and remove the small e. It tends to confuse people when they receive the email. You will then make sure that these three boxes have check marks in them for e-signature, company logo, and personal message. You do not need to fill any of this out for a message because the personal message isn't here, because this box is checked. If you want to communicate something, you would type it in right here, in addition to the personal message. And you'll scroll down, and here are all the documents associated with this house. You're going to pick the document or documents that you want attached and sent to the email, and then you will email the selected document. All right. You have the confirmation email that it was sent. It was sent to me twice because I typed my name in manually in the address bar, and I also checked the box at the bottom of the message. All right, then I will open up my emails. This is what the email will look like when you receive it. Contracts, remember you took the small e off for 1021 East Ormond. You open that up. It was sent to me twice. This is the personal message I put in there. This is a test for training. Here's the generic message that is in there when you click the personal message box. And then here is the form or forms you would have sent. The way you sign each form in excuse me, in Ctme is the same. Every form has the same process. Every form needs to be signed individually. You can't sign one form and they all populate with the signature. Each form needs to be signed individually, but the process is all the same. You click on that form in the hyperlink. Here is our authorization form, and you'll scroll down to the signature box. There are two ways to sign. The person can sign in what we affectionately call the Etch-a-Sketch manner, which is using your mouse or your pad to type your signature in, which is usually challenging, difficult, and hard. The preferred method is to select the signature font, and that'll populate a signature in there. If they don't like that signature, they can pick another signature. That one looks nice, or they can say, I like number 4. They would then click Save, and then they would accept. This form is now signed, and this form is also locked and can no longer be edited or changed. If you had a second form that needed signature, you would have included it in the email that you sent out from Ctme. That second form would be in the email that you received right here. You would then click here on the next form and sign it the same way. That is how you email and sign forms within Ctme. Thank you.